Hey guys, what is up? Tucker for Wordy here. In today's video, we are going to be covering how I made $186,000 by sending one message to one person. So I'm a digital marketing consultant and I help course creators, agency owners, service providers, experts, coaches, consultants, infopreneurs, etc. make more money online. And me for myself, I'm always looking for more ways to generate more income online. So a few years ago, I actually started using the tool LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And like I said, LinkedIn Sales Navigator allowed me to make $186,000 by sending one message to one person. I literally just ran the math the other day and I was completely surprised. Now in a minute, we're actually going to set up our LinkedIn Sales Navigator account. But first, what I'd like to do is give you a brief overview on how exactly I made $186,000 from that one person by sending that one message. So when I first started using Sales Navigator, I was completely skeptical. The system was completely archaic. It looked super old and I just didn't want to spend the money to use it. But I decided to give it a real try and fully commit. So I set up my account, targeted my preferred audience, and started hyper-targeting my connection requests. And after sending my first message attempts, I waited eagerly to hear back. I heard crickets, nothing, radio silence. So I was about ready to give up on Sales Navigator, but I decided to tweak my messaging just slightly and give it one more shot. So this time, I carefully crafted not only just my first message, but then a series of messages that followed that first, and that literally made all the difference. So after sending these messages via automation, I signed on a client, and this client ended up being one of my highest paying clients to date. And not only that, but because he loved my coaching, my services so much, this created a lot of referrals. So because I decided to use Sales Navigator and I sent that one message to that one client, I made over $186,000. And guys, I'm not kidding when I say this. When I saw the numbers, I was completely stunned. This simple tool allowed me to make almost multiple six figures from that single message sequence. And honestly, here's why people fail when using Sales Navigator. And it really comes down to two big mistakes. Number one, they send sloppy, generic messages. You must personalize and seize their attention when you first start out. The other mistake other people make is that they go straight for the sale. You have to be able to warm your prospects up first. There's no point in trying to get married on the first date. So here's what I do differently. I carefully target my ideal client. I personalize my message and offer value. I automate the heavy lifting, and you can use multiple tools out there such as Lemlist. I build rapport before pitching, and I close the deal by using a simple three-part sequence that I call the three-part close. So honestly, it took some tweaking, but once I figured it out, the rest was history. So now let's dive in and get our Sales Navigator account set up.
Alrighty guys, so we are going to get our Sales Navigator account set up. I'm going to be using my wife's account simply because I've already gone through this. I'm not going to be able to show you on my account how to actually set up your first free trial because I've already paid for it. So I wanted to kind of walk through the process right here. So first things first, again, this is dependent on when we're watching this video. The algorithms may change. Again, the way these are viewed may change in terms of the sign up process. LinkedIn is bound to change something in the near future. So as of right now, this is how typically you sign up for the Sales Navigator account, okay? So right now we're just going to go up to premium for free. What they're then going to do is actually ask you a few customer research questions where you're going to be able to set up your first 1 month trial. And then obviously they're going to remind you here as well. Go ahead and answer the questions, as you wish. I'm just going to go ahead and select these. What I'm going to do first is sign up for the Sales Navigator Core. This is the one that I used in the past. We're going to click Learn More. I'm going to try it 0 for now. And what I also wanted to point out is just use the month-to-month version, obviously, because that will be cheaper month-to-month, and then you're not spending $1,000 up front. This is what I did up first. I just signed up for the $100 a month version, and then if you ever wanted to, sure you can, but I just suggest doing the monthly as of right now. And then once you start, obviously getting more clients, making more money, etc., then you can reinvest into the annual if you want to. Alrighty, guys. So once you've set up your account, you've gone through the onboarding process, you've started your free trial, and now you're going to see something that looks like this. And again, depending on when we are watching this video, this may be subject to change, but again, as of right now, this is what we are currently seeing as we set up our account. So first, what we see is home is just, they give you some awards, they give you some notifications on your current accounts, leads, etc. Accounts, these are the accounts that you set up if you wanted to add them in the very beginning during the onboarding process. Leads, these are the leads, the connections that you're trying to target, and then messaging, obviously the inbox on how you can connect and what you should say to these leads. Now again, you can send off the messages, you can have a VA send off the messages, or you can have automation software such as Lemlist, Kennected, etc. to send the messages for you, just like I did to make $186,000 from one person. But again, the way does not matter on how you do it. What matters more is the actual messaging, what is being said, how it's being said, etc. So first things first, we're going going to go into leads. What I've done is I've created a lead list called marketing. Let's just say we're trying to target people in the marketing space, right? I'm going to go into lead filters. Now this stuff is extremely important. And again, this is dependent on who you are, who you're trying to serve, who you're trying to target, the services that you render, etc. Okay, this is dependent on your business. But what I'm going to do first is do connections. First degree connections, these are people you're already connected with. Second degree connections are people who are connected to your first connections, and so on and so forth, right? So I'm going to start, I typically start off with second degree connections. What I then like to do is select the exact location on where I'm trying to target. So I'm just going to type in United States. What I then like to do is select industry. And again, depending on how rigid you are in your targeting, this number here will start to change. So what I want to do, and again, you can select whatever it is. It's dependent on your business, who you're trying to target. The other filter that I like to search is right here, the spotlights. I don't like to waste time with people who haven't been posting or haven't been active on LinkedIn. I don't want to add connection requests to people who are not active because it might just be a waste of time, right? So what I want to do is select any of the following, and the one that I like to do the most is right here, posted on LinkedIn in the past 30 days. So as I select this then dials in all of my connections, everybody in the United States, people who have posted on LinkedIn during the past 30 days. This gives me a really good list of 5,000 people that I get to target. The next thing we want to do is start vetting these people. We want to start paying attention to who these people are. Can we receive value from them, or can we offer value to them, right? So I'm going to right click this person. It's going to pull up their profile under Sales Navigator. And then we just get to check. We get to see and look over this person's profile and see if we can add value to them. If we think we can go ahead and save them to a marketing list. We can go ahead and send them a message. More importantly though, I like to send the connection request first. Once they've replied back, or once they've connected, then we will send them that first message, okay? So anyway, once you do that, the goal, we want to start either manually or automatically adding 10 to 15 people per day on Sales Navigator, on LinkedIn. Because what's going to happen is once you start doing that, your numbers will start to grow because now you're connecting with the right types of people, and then the second degree connections are going to expand because your first connections are expanding as well, okay? So anyway, like I said, you're going to go through, in summary, set up your account. You're then going to start setting up your leads and start targeting the right types of people. You're then going to start connecting with 10 to 15 people per day so that your list can continue to be built out. Once you've done that, you're either using this manually, you're having a VA do this manually, or you're having your automation software such as Kennected, Lemlist, etc. do this for you. And then the most important part is the messaging, which is where Lemlist or Kennected comes in, right? Or other software out there that sends off these messages automatically, okay? Preferably for me, I like using Lemlist. Lemlist is great. But again, whatever software floats your boat obviously floats mine. And again, it does not matter about the platform that you're using. What matters is how and when and why and what messaging you are sending at that time. Okay.
So I hope this video has been valuable today. If you want to make 6 figures or multiple 6 figures by using LinkedIn, here's what you should do next. Number 1, go create your Sales Navigator account. The next thing you want to do is grab my free 5-part sequence that I use to send on LinkedIn while using Sales Navigator in the description below. Just click the link and I'll send it right to your inbox. So guys, there is opportunity out there. Give this a try and see the power of Sales Navigator for yourself. So don't forget to like this video, ask any questions that you have in the comments below, send this to someone who may need to hear this, and I'll see you on the next video.